Hey, don't forget that electric guitar solo. Oh, let's add a little more key light on that. Oh, can you tighten the focal length on that just a little bit this week? Keep coming, keep coming. Stop. 2, come on, stop. Take 3. Well, shut it all down. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
When is the last time that somebody said thank you to you? Volunteering in the church can be a thankless job. And in the first vlog of 2024, I want to talk about how a little bit of encouragement can go a long way. So let's get things fired up. It's going to be a good day. If you're new to the channel, maybe you haven't seen my little setup that I have for when I actually lead worship. So let me show you how I control tracks from my feet and my favorite little mic stand over here. So it all starts with the onstage mic stand that has this little lip on it for a pedal board to sit on top of, but I've actually taken that and I mounted my AirStep MIDI controller that is connecting to ProPresenter through MIDI to Ethernet. And then this Ethernet cord goes all the way back to the booth back there. I like this stand because it's got this cast iron base that's heavy enough and it doesn't have like any arms sticking off the back. So it literally just, that's it. That's all the play you have. So it's limited, but it works perfectly for me. And then this little pedal over here is a wireless talkback mic switcher. So whenever I click this button, you can see, so when I click it with my foot, you can see that light came on back there at the sound booth to show them that I'm talking to them, and it mutes it in the house whenever I click this, and then whenever I click it again, it comes back out of the mains. And let me tell you, that has been a lifesaver a few times over the last few months. So I'll link all that in the description if you're interested in checking out any of that stuff.
Well, well, well. There's the best tech director this side of the Mississippi.
Really?
Except he comes in with a heavy heart today.
Why is that?
Your Packers. Oh, he doesn't want to talk about it.
Well, if you are new to the channel, my name is Rylan. I'm the Worship and Media Arts Pastor here at Central Baptist Church in Owasso, Oklahoma. Hard to believe, it'll be 14 years this Easter for me that I've been here. And on these Sunday vlogs, I just like to kind of document what's happening here on a Sunday, take you behind the scenes a little bit. Today I might record the multi-view, show you some tech that we're using as we begin this new season of the Sunday vlogs. And the theme usually has something to do with whatever I've been going through. And today we are having our annual worship ministry volunteer thanquet. And it just made me really think about this idea of encouraging our volunteers and that being reciprocated to you as a staff member or a volunteer. And so I just want to share some of my thoughts on that, and I hope that this vlog is an encouragement to you. At those plays, I'm just gonna be like Kirk Franklin, like every once in a while, be like, "Where my preachers at?"
Oh my God.
It's always dangerous when the pastor gets on ProPresenter.
You never know what's going to happen.
Clayton changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, first service went great, and it always does. Like, my team just rocks it. These volunteers are amazing that I have. I'm super thankful for them. But, you know, I wanted to take a second and just thank you. In the last year, 2023, 6,000 more of you jumped on as subscribers. I mean, I think I had almost 700,000 views on the channel, and just so many opportunities to connect with you guys, either over Instagram DMs or coaching calls, whatever it may be, just to be able to talk with guys and gals who are doing the same thing I'm doing, just in their local context. And you guys encourage me so much whenever I get to do those. And then even more than that, just like using the affiliate links in the descriptions of videos. It's been a blessing to my family this year so much. So thank you. I got my first letter in the mail from a subscriber. It had a little Brahms gift card in it. And it's funny because that meant the world to me. And it just reminded me how far a thank you, a small gesture can go. And I was trying to think of some special leadership quote to kind of hammer home this idea of encouraging our volunteers. Then I thought, why not just use scripture? Like in Proverbs chapter 16, it says this in verse 24, "Kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body." And it's so true, unless you're one of those weirdos that's like, I don't need to be thanked. I don't ever need encouragement. I just do my job. Kind words are like honey, which is what I need on my vocal cords this morning. But it's so true. And I would just ask you, when is the last time that you texted your volunteers whenever you saw them do something specifically well? When's the last time you praised someone publicly for something they've done well? And on the flip side of that, if you're a volunteer, do you feel appreciated? Do you go weeks and weeks doing the same thing, hitting spacebar on ProPresenter, and no one ever actually saying good job, but just we have a tendency to point out whenever tech team people do something incorrectly, right? Like the idea of the sound guy, no, you don't ever want to be seen. The worst thing in the world is for people to turn around and notice you because that means you've done something wrong. But when's the last time that you walked up to a sound guy and said, hey, the mix was on point today, or something specific that you noticed? I'm not saying lie to people, but encourage your volunteers, and if you're a volunteer, encourage your leader, because it's a two-way street. This morning, I'll tell you one more thing I'm thankful for is my personal humidifier. If you don't have one of these, when you got the dry vocal cords, My Pure Mist is where it's at. It really does soothe. So I'm going to do a little work here while I evaluate the stream mix, and then we'll be ready for second service.
Come on, let's rejoice in the gospel this morning.
We'll see you break down every wall. We'll watch the giants fall. Fear cannot survive when we praise you. The God of breakthroughs on our side. Forever lifted high. With all creation crying out, we praise you. We praise you. This is what evening looks like. It's running after me. Your goodness is running after. It's running after me. Your goodness is running after. It's running after me. With my life laid down, surrendered now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after. It's running after me.
All right, so we're getting set up for our Thankwit tonight. This is our second annual Thankwit. And it's just a little simple way for me to say thank you to our volunteers and recognize them in a small way. And it's funny how actually this kind of makes an impact on people. I was talking to my son about last year's Thankwit the other day. So I told him, hey, we're doing the Thankwit again. Can you help me go set up tables and chairs and stuff? He's like, oh, are we doing the trophies? And I was like, yeah, we're doing the trophies. I do it kind of like the Dundies, if you're familiar with The Office. Have these little trophies with just silly little awards, honestly. But he's like, yeah, I still have mine. And we've moved since then. And it's just funny how he realized and remembered, it meant a lot to him that he got what did he get? The most flexible cameraman award, I think, because he just can contort himself into awkward positions as he's running stage cam. But it's funny how for a kid that doesn't get a lot of trophies because he's not a sports kid, that actually meant something to him. And to me, it's just some silly little thing. But you just never know how a simple thank you or a word of encouragement might affect somebody. So we'll probably have about 30 people here for the Thankwit tonight. It's just a small little thank you banquet, is why we call it a Thankwit, where we can eat a meal together, do an Olive Garden tonight. We're going to play a game, Name That Tune, Girls versus Guys, of our top 10 most played songs of last year, see who can win that. It'll be fun. I'll cast some vision, talk to them a little bit about what this year looks like, and then just give them their dundies and recognize them. So it's just a small way to kind of get the team all together, because we all serve on different weeks so many times, and hopefully just kind of bring some unity as we get the year started. You just never know how much a thank you might mean to somebody, and I hope that, you know, these people that are working 9 to 5s, this is not their life like it is mine, but they come and they just are so dedicated to bring their best week in and week out. I hope that, you know, they just see that I really do appreciate them. It's just a small token of that. So, all right, guys, if you enjoyed the Sunday vlog, season 3, let me know in the comments, and we'll have a great year this year. I'm looking forward to it. Remember, we do a lot of great things. Let's do it all for God's glory.